This one says, Gandalf, not all those who wander are lost. Alright, so this is one of the film locations of some of the scenes in Lord of the Rings. So when the hobbits are trying to get to the river crossing and they're being chased by the Nazgul, and we have a sign here, to Anne Frank Memorial, former quarry site. It's also a dog exercise area. So the trees do look kind of like that sort of scene where they filmed, right? Looks like this is also an Anne Frank Memorial right here. Interesting. This is like the quarry area. I believe this area also was another filming location with King Theoden and Aragorn when they're camped and Aragorn goes in to find some more help. Goes into the canyons with the ghosts. So this also is a dog exercise zone, so I imagine you gotta look out for poop. Hopefully not, but I'm gonna just stay on the path, which is right here. You can hear the birds up there. So you can see on Apple Maps too, the locations are on there. So this is where we're at right now, this spot here. I was thinking of trying to get to the Hobbit hideaway. I can scroll over. Yeah, right here. So it's a 10-minute walk to get there, according to the maps. So let's go. You can see some really cool looking trees. Very gnarly, really neat shapes. You can see why they chose this location to film. This is sort of what the trail looks like in this area. You get some really nice views of the surrounding city. You can see a lot of the branches of these trees are really broken and just hanging. Is it scary? So this is a pretty easy walk. Groomed, nice, and there's not too much of elevation changes. I also think they filmed some of the scenes where Frodo is reading under a tree. It kind of looks like area that they would film it in. I mean, they did film here. I don't know if they filmed in this exact spot, but you can see the forest does look kind of similar to... Is there an animal up there? Hobbit sort of area. Look how huge this tree is right here. Alright, so we go up this way to get to the Hobbit's Hideaway. I mean, even this path could be where they filmed. Kind of looks very similar. It looks like this is where Frodo's reading tree is around here. So maybe around here. I'm gonna go down and see real quick. Whoa. Alright, let's go down here. So where was it? Was it around here? Might have been one of these trees over here. So it looks like people have come down here. So is this where they were hiding? That scene where one of the Nazgul looks out over them when they're hiding under the log. It kind of looks like this area. Alright, I think it's just up here somewhere where they're hiding under that log. Maybe at this bench. So there's a bench here. Lord of the Rings film location. So I don't know if this is the spot. I think it's not really here anymore. It's like worn down. So maybe this is where it was. Let's look around a little bit. So it looks like it could have been down in this area. Maybe this spot here, with this hill. Seems possible. Maybe. Doesn't have that tree above them. There's a little nook over here. It's almost as if someone was trying to recreate it on this hillside here. Definitely could try to recreate that scene if you come down here with the group of people and camera, film crew. Bring a few Nazguls. Alright, we're gonna try to check out the Black Rider spot next. So let's go. It's about a 6-minute walk from where we're at. So in this area there's paths and trails. You can see it on the maps. And I think you can get, from here you can walk all the way to the Mount Vic lookout point as well. So it definitely feels like walking around Lord of the Rings. Looks like this used to be something. This one says, Gandalf, not all those who wander are lost. That's very cool. I wonder with any of the future Lord of the Rings movies if they're gonna film here again. That'd be kind of neat. Alright, we're at the top of part of the trail. Looks like they have some markers. So it looks like we're like right in the center here. We parked on, I think down the streets here. And the lookout point's up here somewhere. Oh no, I've got that backwards. We're completely backwards. Alright, so the Mount Vic lookout point is down here. And we're here. And we parked on this street here. Alright, so we're in the area. Let's look around. So it looks like it's this area. Around here. Do you recognize this area from the movie? Oh look, it's a Kia. So actually these aren't Kias, they're Kakas. They're very intelligent, very smart birds. And there's a whole bunch in this area. You can see them up here. I think I've seen like 4 in this area, so pretty cool. They look very similar to Kias. Is this the scene where the Black Rider shows up? Or is it the scene where Frodo... No, I think it's where they're on the horse. Or a few of them are looking around on horses. I'd say if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, or if you just like going for a walk in nature, this area is very nice. It's shaded, so right now it's autumn. It's cooler, but not too cold. Sunlight kind of comes through the trees, warms up a few of the areas. And the paths are nice and groomed. So it's an easy walk. Very much recommend checking this area out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's very slippery. Especially with the pine needles and little rocks and pebbles. Very much a mushroom. I don't think I've ever seen one like that. Alright, so we've looped back to the quarry and we're gonna drive now to get some lunch. Let's go. Alright, so we parked in Te Papa's parking lot. I like to park here because you get a ticket and you don't have to worry about adding hours to a meter. Also, it's right on the waterfront. And across the road is the Takina, which is where we're gonna grab some lunch. Here's the outside of the building, the Takina. I really like the architecture in this building. Nice open spaces, and here's a cafe over here. Some interesting looking art here. I think this is a nice spot if you have kids, strollers. It's very delicious. Couldn't quite get through the cheesecake, and the burrito was also delicious. So it looks like they have a small Disney shop right here. Some Disney merch. There's an info station. So you can get a lot of pamphlets about walks and activities in the area, in Wellington and the Wellington region. Now we're gonna make our way to Cuba Street to do some shopping. Let's head over. So this is sort of the start of Cuba Street here. If you go a block up, you get to the closed street area. Right now I'm in front of the Michael Fowler building. We are just about at Cuba Street. So this is Cuba Street. Definitely a different vibe than Lambton Key. So it goes for about 4 blocks, it looks like. Good place to go thrifting. Some taverns, some bars. So looking at the street art, I would say it gives Cuba Street a sort of authenticity, uniqueness, as opposed to going to more commercial areas of Wellington. This is Leeds Street. It's more of an alleyway. Some unique shops down here. So throughout these streets and alleyways, you get some nice looking artwork. Interesting. This big hand. Graft bar. Chocolate factory here. I believe you can come here and make your own chocolate. Wellington Chocolate Factory. Very colorful artwork. Subscribe for unlimited coffee. Old school shoe sign. Bananas. Alright, that wraps up this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you in the next one. Alright, bye.